Hi there, and welcome to the weekly market update dated July 16, 2021. Please note that these videos are for educational purposes only and not to be taken in form of advice. If you need to know more, please visit our website at www.esttrader.com. Let's look at the S&P in terms of macro fundamentals. Here's first based on the weekly time frame right here. Notice it's still a higher high, higher low, still very strong based on the trend. It's still basically bullish. However, you can see there is some form of a correction that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks to approximately 4,263, somewhere around here, before it can continue its rebound. However, based on that higher high, higher low, we cannot ignore that it's still very bullish as far as I'm concerned, is from a correctional standpoint, and it can continue further to the upside. So we'll look into that in terms of up and coming news. But for now, obviously, we can see a bearish engulfing, mainly engulfed from the previous body from the following week right there. You have a higher high, higher low. And if you look at the daily time frame here, there is no lower high and approaching a level of demand. So on the other hand, if it continues to drop and creates a new lower low, then a new lower high is going to form, and that's when a good shorting possibility of more shorting to happen. So other than that, approaching first level demand, major second level demand, the question now is, can they break through the 42.80? In my opinion, it could. There's that room to do that, but we're going to look into that next week. And if so, then a new lower low will happen. And like I said, from a correctional standpoint, down to around 4,260. Okay, so look at the volatility index of the S&P based on that long upper wick right there, an upper shadow. They need to fill in that gap. In my opinion, there's more room for this to occur. However, from a lower high, lower low perspective, as far as I'm concerned, they can continue to go there further up and then it will drop. Okay, so that's basically the volatility index based on the weekly. Daily time frame, very bullish, but basically it finished 8.4%. It had created a new higher high and new lower low. So what does it mean? Someone was willing to go beyond the previous high yesterday, and someone else was willing to go below yesterday's low. Okay, so from perspective, the question now is, can they create a new higher low? If so, in my opinion, yes, you can go all the way to 21. Therefore, there's more room for the S&P 500 to drop short term as a form of a correction. Medium longer term still very bullish unless a new lower high will form on a medium term time frame. Dollar index, very nice. Notice in terms of, if you've been following in terms of the weekly market updates, simply now it's retouching that, so we don't make things up. So basically, from that peak right there, and it finished, and it's a two-dimensional chart. From you can see through there, but the close just where that line is, but technically it's also above the downtrend line. Okay, so from a lower high, so very bullish from a correctional standpoint. In my opinion, they will break that and to reach 93.43 there, and from that higher low, if it breaks through there, forecast is still within around 97, 70, 98, somewhere sometime in the long run, based on the weekly. Only, of course, if it chooses to break. In my opinion, it will break through there. And looking at the daily time frame, approaching level supply. Question now is, can they go beyond that supply level within that high 92.82.9 and 92.84.5? If so, then this is going to continue, like I said, further. But if not, then this is going to fail to create another higher low before it can continue to go to the upside. So retesting it now for first, second, retried it, third, fourth time. and fifth time, if it's a break, then boom, it can go beyond that. So that also means that the S&P could potentially drop. Mind you, there's a lot of divergence between the dollar index and the S&P actually for the past few weeks. US oil. US oil has simply, in actual fact, touched the major uptrend line. So it's still based on an uptrend. There is potential continuation to the upside, and I need a basically a lower high in order for that to happen. And if I go now through the daily time frame, if it breaks out through here though, then easy, back down to around the $65 basically a barrel. In my opinion, there could be a more possibility to do that. If so, 58.74 all the way down to 38.2. And the question is, can they continue and break out within that? So, but if so, from this short-term impulse back down to around 66, create a lower high, and then that's a good time for shorting. Daily time frame, I believe that is it for now. Yeah, however, create that lower low, so you met the criteria in terms of the downtrend, lower low, next one lower high. So if I will put in another downtrend line here, 1, 2, so within this range, back to 73, 74, and then fail, it will find its way. But if not, breaking out back down through around the 67 mark. So that's what we need to basically look at it. And I wrote basically, I did a report based on oil last month. It's currently ripe, and that's what I said, but obviously it was getting there, but the 76 was the best one. So yeah, new lower low through there. UK oil is the same thing. However, it didn't create a new lower low, basically higher low. It's within the constraints of this uptrend line. Based on the weekly, on the other hand, same thing. Higher low, higher high. The question is which one's which. From looking at it, there's still more room for this. They could push it up all the way to $80 a barrel. But once that lower high will happen, then bingo, it can have a bigger correction. But if not, it breaks out through this trend line, then it will retest 69, 68 dollars basically a barrel through there. Gold, on the other hand, looking very nice. I'm bearish with gold based on this forceful downward candle to the upside. There's a lot of force right there, a lot of selling pressure. And if I go through the daily time frame, 18, I would prefer it around 1860, but it already formed a beautiful we call it basically an M2 methodology through here. Okay, so bullish, bearish with it, and the odds and probability that it will come back down to 1780 all the way to 1760 is more than likely to happen. Right, so I'm bearish with gold since bullish with the dollar index, which makes sense. And copper is simply, I'm also bearish with because of this very bearish candle through there, 1, 2, 3, 4, taking 1 month in order for it to head back up. There's a lot of force to the downside. Odds and probability to head back down to $4 a barrel, $4 an ounce. Sorry, it's highly probable basically from there. Looking at the daily time frame, same thing. You have currently another new lower high, looking very nice. And hence TYX, despite it's positive, they need to fill that gap. And I'm also bullish with the yield, creating a new higher low. Next one, either a new higher high, sometime, or new lower high. So I'm bullish with the yield, hence bullish with the dollar index, and I'm bearish with gold and copper from there. Hence, from there, I believe there's some more room in order for the dollar, the Aussie against the US dollar to basically drop. Can go beyond all the way down to 72, basically $70 right there, 70 cents. Okay. Daily time frame breaking out within demand, creating new lows basically for the month of July. Actually for the year. Yeah, breaking out new low for the Aussie. Okay, can continue to drop even further. In my opinion, yes, all the way down to $70 area of demand through here. So I'm bearish with Aussie because of gold, copper as well. Euro US dollar based on the weekly, looking very nice. Can they all 117? Forecast is around 117, so another 100 pips to the downside. Can they break that to create a new lower low? In my opinion, they could, just to fill in terms of the criteria from a lower high, lower low, unless a new higher low will form. But because I'm also bullish with the dollar index, I'm also bearish with the euro against the US dollar. So be very interesting from here. Can they continue all the way to the upside? If it's so, then since the area demand the dollar index acts as well as all level of supply, they can also come back down before it can rebound. So same thing with the euro against the US dollar. There's a high probability that this could rebound to the upside because it is way oversold in my opinion, and then get more selling pressure and more buyers to come in to get some buyers to make it more of an over demand, overbought conditions, then this is going to fail back down. Pound against the US dollar. There was a method based on our methodology, we were bullish with this. However, same thing, too strong. Might have been possibly gonna get out, but since the level demand, if it comes back up a little bit, then I'm gonna close the position to basically go short. So this one failed. Didn't want to. Lower high form today, breaking out back to the area of demand. All right, so bearish with that. Kiwi against the US dollar, same thing. Bearish with it. However, looking really nice. There's an opportunity that it could potentially head back before it can continue to drop. Okay, so looking nice. It comes back around 70.35. There's an opportunity for selling right there. Dollar CAD 26. So broke out in terms of forecast from last week. 23.6 is approaching. 26.34. Around all the way to 130.23 through there, probably even 133 somewhere sometime. Mind you though, it is approaching a level of supply, running out of steam. So there's also a nice opportunity just for a short-term sell. However, can't go below certain price points or you won't gonna make it. Other than that, if it approaches level demand, once again, we're gonna, it's a good idea basically for myself to go long. All right, so that's with the dollar CAD. Short-term potential bears, of course, medium to longer term, still very bullish with the dollar against the Canadian dollar. Dollar Swiss, same thing. In my opinion, there's an opportunity for going long here next week. Even though there's a new lower low, this will come back to 91.50. I would prefer to do that as a level demand and potential to go to buy back in. Okay, so that's a nice one. Dollar yen, also a good opportunity for going long, create a new higher low, higher high through there. Weekly time frame, very nice. From a higher high correctional standpoint, can continue all the way to go to the upside. Right now it's uncertain though whether it can go up or down. But on the daily, looking very nice. Low risk, high probability from a buying perspective at very demand. All right, so that is the macro fundamentals and the majors against the US dollar. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care until next time. Happy trading. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at esttraders@gmail.com. And also check out the link basically below. Join our free trading community via Telegram, and you'll receive this type more of market updates, trading tips, discussions between members about trading, sometimes good discussions, also the mental game of it, and yeah, anything I have to do about trading. So feel free to join us for free based on Telegram. Check the link below. Thank you very much for listening. Take care until next time. Happy trading and have a great weekend. Take care. Bye now.